Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms, and today we start planting. 200 acres over there has worked. Pat's pulling with the planter right now. I'm gonna get him going. We're gonna put an insecticide in his planter, basically so we can help fight pests from hurting our yield. Then he's gonna get planting down below the road. I am gonna get working ground ahead of him. Got 200 acres worked ahead of him, and he can catch us faster than we can work ground, so we gotta get going. So he's unfolding the planter. Every one of these bags can fit in one of those boxes, so that's what we're gonna do. Basically just hand hoof 24 of these bags and 24 of those, each one of these rows, which is a 60-foot planter on 30-inch rows. So 30 times 24 is 720 inches or 60 feet. All right, in the rush of trying to get going, haven't filmed a whole lot, but basically we got insecticide in the planter. We just greased the planter, and now we're gonna fill it up with seed. The reason we're not going until about 3 o'clock is because we had my cousin Trey's graduation party and Braylon's confirmation party, so had to go to that today. We should be rock and rolling in about 30 minutes. Had her hooked up, good to go. We're gonna put a Pro Box on here, so you guys can stick a Pro Box straight on and dump it right into here, so that'll be pretty handy. Hopefully everything works, hopefully. And here we are, we're gonna load up seed for his planter. Just getting this tenor ready to roll. Move this thing out of the way to get us more room. This little girl's got almost 6,000 hours on her. Not bad. Yeah, now we got actually room to breathe, so that's nice. I can move the skid loader around too if I need, but just pulled the 80/50 out of the way. Pat's gonna go ahead and actually we might just fill the seed up right here. So we only dump one Pro Box in at a time. Why? I don't know. We love being inefficient, but that's what we're doing. We weighed out about half of it. And then we're gonna put the other half in. Okay, so we're getting the planter, all the monitors ready to go. Pat's putting a little bit of hydraulic oil in. Okay, got my variety in there. There we go. Okay, so I am going to load up our next seed box. Take this one off, load up the next one, and then get Pat planting. Shifting some seed around. Oh. Lock it in so we don't have any issues going down the road. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna head down and go help Pat get going, hop on the side by side. And then I need to get working ground on the cat because we have zero ground getting prepared. He is planning on planting everything we worked last night, so we need to get some stuff work for him, because the reason we we work ground before him in front of the planter at least a couple hours, if not a half a day if we can, is because we like to have it dry out. And I just realized my lens is all goofed up, so I apologize for that. But we like to have the the ground dry out. That way we're not having any issues when we plant. Give the cow some water while Pat's unfolding. Let this thing run at idle because I'm in no hurry. I'll be with him for a little bit. Now we're just looking for seed. Making sure seed came out of all the units. Then we'll be good to go. I'm gonna be here to help him get going because Pat needs to get going. And here we go. Plant 2024 is now officially a go. So I'm just gonna take him right to here so he knows where to stop. This looks pretty good. Not trenching or anything. He's off and moving, so that's good. So I'm gonna dig for some corn. He's a little bit wide, but that's okay. Giving the cows some water, and then I'm gonna start on the cat, because we gotta get moving. So I'm just driving down, looking at the job he's doing, see if we're able to close the trench. Which I'm seeing some slits, which I don't like. I'm gonna call him and have him up that closing pressure a little more. So I'm just looking at the job he's doing. So like that right there is what we don't want. Seeing corn on top. See how we have a slit? We want the trench completely closed up. So how a planter works, as it goes across, the row cleaners push the crap out of the way. The openers open your trench like this. Then you have a two-stage closing. You have discs that close it up, and then you have a packer wheel. Well, the trenches that close it up still aren't doing much. Curtis should be over in this field right now working some ground. I'll be joining him here soon. Is definitely working. See this right here? That's an exposed trench. We do not want that. So on the pass coming back, right here, he upped it, and much better. Hardly any exposed trenches. We're good to go. Let's hit the road. Unfortunately, it just sucks that there's just a lot more adjustments, which is good, but Pat's not the most technologically literate person in the world, so having to walk him through a lot, which is okay. We're good to go though now, so I need to go back and start working some ground. Fire up the cat, and I need to get moving. Need to get that groundwork ahead of Pat, but also I have my nephews coming into town. Actually, probably almost at town, so gotta get going. Forgot to spread fertilizer in this field, so Eberhards are taking care of that right now. Curtis should be taking off. He's already gone to the finisher, so we're moving. Yeah, we're moving. I love how this tractor can go 25 miles an hour. Just cruising. That's moving, that's all that matters, I suppose. So Curtis is going to be working this field along with me. We're going to get this done, so we want to get this opened up so Pat can start planting that first thing in the morning. Unfolding. She'd make it. This old Cat C18 engine, I didn't think it'd stall. She's a beast. But I mean, 53 feet going 3 inches deep. 52, I don't know what it is. That's quite a bit to pull. What we are doing is we are working ground ahead of the planter, making a nice level seed bed for the planter to go in. You guys might be wondering why we're running at an angle. Well, you can kind of see it's pretty ridgy. If we go at an angle, these sweeps will kind of help fill in the ridges to go from this to that. So it's doing a pretty nice job. And I can do this 8 miles an hour, 52 feet wide, probably close to 48 because I'm manually driving, so I'm having some overlap. Yeah, I know we should get an auto steer in this thing. Completely agree. And then Curtis is over there working on the soil finisher. So between Curtis and I, we probably collectively have half this field done. He's got his short rows done. I got my short rows done. We're gonna start working towards each other. Slow down over this waterway. This cat's got a decel pedal like a construction vehicle, so that's kind of nice. And I just let off the pedal when I want to start giving her the berries again. This tractor's about 2007, 2008. How many hours does it even have on it? So I can figure that out. 2,700 hours on this beast. 2729 to be exact. Not bad for a 2008 tractor. It's about, well, that means it's a 15-year-old tractor, 16-year-old, 150 hours a year. So all it really pulls is probably 50-ish hours in the spring, and then about 100 hours in the fall chiseling. So she's been a good unit, relatively problem-free. So guys, I am kind of the jack of all trades on the farm. Because I'm not full-time, I'm part-time. When I come, I only come up when I'm really needed. So some days I need to be spraying. In the spring, I should say, is when I'm the most, that's when there's so many different jobs going on. So one day I could be working ground, one day I could be spraying, one day I could be bean planting like it was last night. You guys haven't checked that out, you guys should go check that out right now. I did some bean planting on my own last night. Haven't done that in 5 years, that was fun. So now I'm working ground along with Curtis. We are trying to get this ground opened up, dried out a little bit overnight, so that way Pat can start planting first thing tomorrow morning. When I say first thing, I'm hoping he's going by 7. That's my goal. That's my hope. I really can't affect it much, but we need him to boogie. Because A, we got rain coming, and with the rain we got coming, we're going to try and open up about 500 acres worth of ground between yesterday and today. So we're hopefully between him and Pat, him and Nathan I should say, they could be planting. I'll explain more about this cat after I talk to my mom. Hello, mother. If you look very closely, there's a red tractor through those trees. We have a 5-acre patch on north of those trees, so Curtis is working on that right now. So basically we got probably 25 acres to work towards each other. Curtis is all done north of there. We probably have maybe 10 acres left between us, so this will go fast. It's about 5:40 right now. Probably be done with the main part of this field by 6. Have the field done by 6:30. So take a bit of toweling it. Oh, there's that Case Magnum. So that tractor is definitely underpowered for that finisher. He's only able to go about 5 miles an hour max. Where this thing, we usually have this thing, that finisher on this thing, and that thing could go probably 7, 8 miles an hour. Not sure what he's doing there. There he's going. Same with me. Like I said, I can go a little faster though. Normally want about a horsepower per foot minimum, if not closer to a horsepower and a half with that finisher. Just because it takes a little with the disc gang, the rolling basket and whatnot. So 340 horsepower and a 37-foot tool, a little underpowered. A little bit of a hill to climb here. Got to shift down to. That should be plenty. Decent elevation change in this field. If I didn't know anybody, I'd say that was Nathan, but that's actually Mark. Hope things are going well, Mark. So I'm going 8 miles an hour. He's probably going between that 5 and 6 based on we started at the same time, and I beat him. He was probably 2/3 of the way done by the time I was done. Rolling. Closer and closer. This might be his last full pass and maybe mine. Yeah, this should be the last pass. Keyword is should be. So the thing is, he was on a GPS line, I was just manually steering. The fact that we're pretty dang this close, that's a win to me. That's amazing to me. I'm just not good of an operator though. I mean, that's just what I am. I wake up every day and I eat excellence, you know. I'm trying to catch him. I think he's gonna turn before me though, which kind of stinks because I'll be behind him. I'll have to go slower. Get double tillage trouble going on right now. Trying to get a lot of ground worked up in front of Pat. So Curtis in the 340 and the soil finisher. I'm in the Cat Challenger MT65B and the Will Rich cultivator. Working. So Curtis is doing some outside rounds right there. He's gonna do 2 laps around the field. I'm gonna go to the end here, do a lap up top, and then call it good. So the nice thing about this 2-track tractor is I can go over chisel plowed ground really well because I'll just kind of go angled across the chisels, and the track just bridges it because the track's 12 feet long or 10 feet long, whatever it is. It just bridges over the the lumps, the humps. But now I'm going 90 degrees to everything, and she's a rough one, rough ride. So I'm going 6 mile an hour, 10th gear, doing our outside rounds. Just about done with this field. Comes a tractor and planter. Sweet little Kinsey planter. Last bit for today. So then I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. He's gonna be spraying or running this thing. Honestly, probably a little bit of both. Just depends if Darren's able to come or not. Fold this guy up and head home. Done with this field. Took about 2 hours with both of us. Maybe 2.5. Not bad. Not sure how Pat's coming along, but hopefully he's coming along good. This tractor doesn't have a lot of uses, but boy, it is efficient. So a 2-track tractor, oh, there's Pat. A 2-track tractor doesn't have obviously wheels. It doesn't turn like normal. It has essentially 2 tracks in the turn. It slows down one side. So it's great. I mean, it is the most efficient you get with the power to drive straight ahead pull. You know, when you're trying to turn when you got a load on, it's pretty tough. Like when I'm trying to turn with the, let's say when I got a load on, when you have the implement in the ground, when I try and turn with the implement in the ground, I just spin. Like my front track just doesn't dig enough, or my leading edge track isn't big enough. So that is what it is. I mean, it's just. And I mean, the downside of a 2-track tractor is because it does not turn. It also makes a mess on the ends. Now, if you look close in the background, you can see Patrick planting away. Here's Pat planting away. I will park this thing for tomorrow. I'll do a quick walk around on this thing, let it cool down for a couple minutes, and then head out. I got a company at home. Got my nephews visiting, so I gotta head out. But we got one field work for Pat in the morning. I got one sweep to change tomorrow. Must have hit a rock on that last pass because I know it was fine. Around at all the other stuff, make sure nothing else is broken. This thing will be good for tomorrow. slamming in the corn. Well, broke a tip, so get that changed in the morning. Yeah, definitely hit a rock or something. Well, my lens is just being goofy, so I apologize for that. But things are running full steam ahead. 2 planters going. I'm gonna take off, so we're only gonna be down to 1 tillage tool, but Curtis will get another field work, maybe even started on a second one, so we'll be all right for tomorrow. But I'm just hoping the biggest thing is the planters need to go. So hopefully, you know, traditionally we don't get our field work started until 10 at the earliest. But tomorrow, I'm hoping that both boys, sorry, Pat and Nathan, the planter operators, can both get moving rather early, like before 8. That way we have a shot to get everything we want to get done before the rain. Because we're gonna get rain tomorrow night. So basically we have tomorrow and tomorrow only to get everything we want done. But regardless, all we can do is kind of take what Mother Nature gives us. You know, as my grandpa always said, you never curse the rain, so. Gotta get the seatbelt on, safety third. So we'll see how good of a job Pat can do tonight, or how far he can get. We'll just go from there, guys. So anyway, I appreciate you so much for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow. It'll be a really big video. Take it easy, take care, stay safe, and ta-ta for now. Big Dairy is chopping their rye. They windrowed it yesterday. They're chopping it today. Yes. That's a lot of stuff.